Hey, what is up, guys? I'm Nate with Back from the Vault. Today, we're going to be talking about Twister on 4K. Stay tuned. So, Twister on 4K. I don't have like a super long history with this movie. The biggest thing I can say is growing up, my mom loved to show me Twister, me and my brothers, Twister. And it was more of like a lesson in what to do when there's a storm. She was trying to scare us because me and my brothers, we never wanted to go into the basement whenever there was a storm coming. So she would always show us Twister in hopes that we might want to go into the basement. And so, she just had this alarming fear of twisters and tornadoes. And I mean, we live in Alabama. So sometimes they can get a little bad, but usually it's not too bad. But she wanted to instill this fear into us so that we would, want to go into the basement and be more careful. So she would show me and my brothers Twister all the time. She would just randomly be like, "Hey, let's watch Twister," or it's on TV. She puts it on, and she would make us watch it. So growing up, I kind of resented this movie. I kind of was like, I don't really like this movie because I've had to watch it so many times. And so, for a long time, I wasn't a huge fan of Twister. And when she would show it to us and we would watch it, me and my brother would always have the idea of the movie isn't scary, it's cool. What these people are doing, what Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt are doing, Philip Seymour Hoffman, what they're doing in this movie was cool. Storm chasing is really, really a cool idea. But I never really delved into this movie too much as a kid. So when I saw this was coming to 4K, I was excited to rewatch it because, again, I never gave this a fair chance as a kid, and boy was I surprised at how much I loved this. I remember this movie being okay as a kid, wasn't a big fan, but as an adult watching it, wow, the performances in this are great. I think the effects for the tornadoes looks really good for its time. It's just such a fun story. It's nothing super crazy, but it's fun. It's just a fun movie, and I think that's what everyone should expect going into this, is that Twister is fun. It's not. It's scary to think that a tornado could come by and swoop up your house and kill your loved ones, and that's a very real fear, but it's not a scary film. It's not a horror film by any means, in my opinion. I think it's more of, it's more of just the cool aspect of storm chasers and people who are in that realm of just realm of things. They're just storm chasing, and they know about weather and things. So meteorologists and things like that all really interest me, and I wish I had given this a more fair chance as a kid because all of that was really interesting, this watch. I picked up this 4K Steelbook, and I'm a little late to reviewing this, and the reason is because this got delayed by a month. So I just got this in at the 1st of August, I think it was. It was supposed to be in the 1st of July or something like that. It was at the beginning of July. So I'm a little late reviewing this. I've seen a lot of other people get to this. But I wanted to jump on here and just kind of talk about this movie a little bit. So they've made some changes to the movie with this 4K. So I remember as a kid watching it and thinking you could tell that some of the scenes, it doesn't look like a storm necessarily would. Excuse me, sorry. So sometimes it's a little less convincing. It's got some of that movie magic to try to make it look like they're in the middle of a storm. This movie really ups a lot of that, and for the better. The going green scene, I'm sure you've seen. There are other people on here who have talked about this as well, but I just want to go into it a little bit. The sky going green, it's very much. You can tell it's very much green. I don't remember that as much from the original being that green, but in this version, it's very, very green. There are times where it gets really dark. And it does get dark. It's not just a little darker. It's actually dark. It's actually what you would expect from a storm. So I really like a lot of those changes, and I think it works for this release really well. when you got the HDR that's kicking in and like providing the high fidelity and colors and vibrancy. I think this 4K looked incredible. It's one of the better 4Ks that I've seen. There's a little bit of grain to it at times. I remember seeing there's times where it shows like a close-up of Bill Paxton or Helen Hunt, and there's a lot of grain, but it's not that bad, and honestly it's not that distracting to begin with. I think this is an incredible transfer. I loved it. You don't get a Blu-ray, you just get a 4K in here. They put the special features on the 4K disc, and so there's a lot of special features in here. I don't think any of them were new. I kind of feel like there might have been a new one, but I didn't really delve into those too much. I did watch the music video, the Van Halen music video for Humans Being, so that was really fun to get to see. It's an incredible song. And so to really round out this video, I just want to do a rapid fire kind of showcase and review of this 4K. But Bill Paxton in Twister is incredible. I think Bill Paxton does a great job. I'm not super familiar with seeing him as a lead. I usually see him play supporting roles, so to get to see him play a lead character in a movie was really fun. And again, I just really feel like maybe I wish I would have gave this a chance back in the day when I was a child, when I was younger, because I feel like I would have really grown to like this. I'm kind of, I'm kind of ashamed to say I didn't listen to my mom and watch this movie as much like she wanted me to. So Helen Hunt, incredible. Everyone does a great job. Philip Seymour Hoffman is really fun in this movie. I think he does a great job. This whole movie is just very fun. It's a very, very good movie. I loved it. I love this transfer. I'm sure this is still available. So I don't think the Steelbook is still available, but the 4K is definitely still available. So I highly recommend it. I think it's a great 4K. It's one of the best ones I've seen this year, to be honest. I really enjoyed it. So I loved it, and I recommend it. So that's my review of Twister on 4K. Again, a little showcase of the Steelbook. You got the back here. You got the cow flying. Very iconic scene from this movie. So, yeah, Twister on 4K. If you like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell below to be notified on all future videos, and we'll see you next time.